When did you realize your family was using you? When my mom asked me to pay for my sister's wedding because you don't have kids to spend money on. I'm 28, make good money as a software developer, and yeah, I'm single. My sister Emma is 25, unemployed, and getting married to her boyfriend Jake after 8 months of dating. Real mature decision-making there. It started in March. Mom called crying about how Emma's dream venue wanted $15,000 up front and they couldn't afford it. She's been planning this since she was little, Mom sobbed. You're so successful and you don't have anyone to spend money on. The guilt hit hard. I transferred the money that same day. Then came the dress. It's only $3,000, but it's the dress, you know? No, I didn't know, but I paid anyway. Next was flowers, $20,500 for something special. Then the photographer Emma just had to have another $4,000. Every week brought a new emergency. The catering was more expensive than expected. The band needed a deposit. Emma wanted upgraded everything because it's her special day. By October, I'd given them $35,000 total, my entire savings account. But family is family, right? And seeing Emma happy made it worth it, or so I thought. 2 days before the wedding, I stopped by Mom's house to help load decorations. Emma was in the kitchen on the phone with her maid of honor, Sarah. I was grabbing boxes from the garage when I heard my name. Yeah, my brother's paying for literally everything, Emma was saying. It's perfect timing, honestly. He's got nothing else to spend it on anyway. No girlfriend, no social life, nothing. I froze behind the door. Sarah must have said something because Emma laughed. I know, right? Mom says he's desperate to feel useful in the family. Like this is his way of mattering since he'll probably never get married himself. My stomach dropped. Jake thinks it's hilarious. My brother's basically funding our honeymoon to Europe too since we don't have to pay for anything else. Sometimes being the successful loser sibling really pays off. They both burst out laughing. I quietly set the boxes down and walked to my car, hands shaking. That night I couldn't sleep. Everything made sense now. Why Emma never thanked me directly. Why every conversation was about what else they needed money for. Why Mom always emphasized how alone I was whenever asking for help. I wasn't family. I was a walking ATM machine. Wedding day arrived. I didn't show up. My phone started ringing at 10 a.m. Mom first. Where are you? The vendors are here asking for final payments. Figure it out. What do you mean figure it out? You promised to handle everything. I promised to pay, and I did. $35,000 worth. But I'm done being your personal bank. She started screaming about family obligations and ruining Emma's special day. I hung up. 20 minutes later, Emma called sobbing. The photographer is packing up. The caterers won't serve food without payment. You're destroying my wedding. Sounds like a you problem. I can't believe you're being this selfish. The irony was incredible. Selfish? Emma, I gave you my entire life savings for a wedding to someone you barely know, and you called me a loser who has nothing better to spend money on. Silence. You heard that? Every word. Including the part about me being desperate to matter. She started crying harder. I didn't mean it like that. Yes, you did. And you know what? You're right. I was desperate to matter, but not anymore. I hung up and turned off my phone. Later, I found out through Facebook that they had to cancel the reception. The photographer left. Half the vendors walked out. Emma and Jake still got married at the courthouse, but their dream wedding was over. Dad called the next week. You ruined your sister's wedding day. How could you be so cruel? I didn't ruin anything. I just stopped paying for people who think I'm a joke. Mom tried guilt-tripping me for months. Emma sent angry texts calling me bitter and jealous. Jake posted passive-aggressive stuff about family betrayal on social media. But honestly, best $35,000 lesson I ever learned about what my family really thought of me. I kept every receipt, every bank transfer, every text message asking for money. When Emma's marriage fell apart 8 months later, shocking, I know, she had the audacity to ask if I'd help with divorce lawyer fees. I sent her a screenshot of her calling me a successful loser and blocked her number. Some people say I went too far. That family should forgive and support each other no matter what. But respect works both ways, and mine was apparently worth exactly $35,000. Now I spend my money on myself. Bought a nice car, took a solo trip to Japan, started investing properly. Turns out having nothing better to spend money on is actually pretty great when you're not funding other people's dreams while they laugh at you behind your back. Emma still posts photos of her courthouse wedding like it was some romantic choice. Jake moved back in with his parents, and me, I'm still single, still successful, and finally spending my money on someone who actually appreciates it, myself.